Welcome back to Madrid Pulse. We bring you all the latest stories, breaking updates, and deep dives about the biggest club in world football. From transfers to academy gems, we cover every angle of Los Blancos so that Madridistas everywhere can stay connected with the heartbeat of the club. Today, we turn our attention to a young Mexican talent, just 16 years old, is attracting the attention of the Spanish giants, and his name is starting to make serious noise in European football circles. Gilberto Mora Zambrano, currently playing for Club Tijuana in Mexico, is rapidly emerging as one of the brightest prospects in North American football. Despite his young age, Mora Zambrano has already shown qualities that have made scouts and coaches sit up and take notice. His season so far has been nothing short of remarkable. In just 6 matches, he has scored 3 goals, displaying a natural striker's instinct and a calmness in front of goal that is rare for someone his age. More than just goals, though, his maturity, decision-making, and ability to adapt within a team framework have separated him from many other players in his generation. For Real Madrid, this profile is nothing new. The club has always been known for its vision to bring in promising players at an early age and develop them into global stars. The model has worked time and time again. Vinicius Jr., brought in as a teenager from Flamengo, has become a face of the club. Eduardo Camavinga, signed young from Rennes, has matured into one of the most versatile players in Europe. Jude Bellingham, though slightly older when he arrived, is another clear example of how Real Madrid's recruitment strategy goes beyond just numbers. It is about identifying character, intelligence, and the ability to thrive under pressure. Mora Zambrano now finds himself on a path that could mirror these success stories if the deal materializes. What makes this possible signing so intriguing is not just his output on the pitch, but the way he plays the game. He is not limited to being a pure goal scorer. Rather, he has the ability to link up with teammates, find spaces between the lines, and involve himself in build-up play. These traits are particularly attractive for Real Madrid, who demand versatility, intelligence, and technical precision from their players. Scouts from the club have reportedly been monitoring his every move, analyzing his growth, physical potential, and mental strength. At 16, he is still developing, but the early signs suggest that he possesses the attributes necessary to succeed in Europe. The idea within the club, should the move go ahead, is to integrate him gradually into the Real Madrid system. Most likely, he would begin at Real Madrid Castilla, the stepping stone where so many great players have passed through on their way to the first team. This would allow Mora Zambrano to adapt to the pace, style, and intensity of European football while being nurtured under the philosophy and training methods of La Fábrica. Such a move would be more than just a transfer. It would be an investment in the future, aligning perfectly with Real Madrid's long-term project of developing talents who can eventually wear the famous white shirt at the Santiago Bernabeu. In Tijuana, the excitement is already palpable. For the club and its supporters, the possibility of seeing one of their own make the leap to one of the biggest clubs in world football is a source of pride and motivation. For Mexican football as a whole, this potential move represents another step in closing the gap between local leagues and the top European competitions. Mora Zambrano could become a role model for other young Mexican players dreaming of making it to the elite stage. However, while the buzz continues to grow, it is important to remember that nothing is finalized yet. With the transfer window entering its decisive final days, Real Madrid faces a key decision: whether to move now and secure the young forward, or to wait a little longer to see how he continues to develop. The pressure is mounting, as other European clubs are also circling, aware of the potential that Mora Zambrano holds. Every match he plays seems to strengthen the case for a move, and each performance could be the difference between staying in Mexico for another season or stepping into the biggest challenge of his young career. For Madridistas, the excitement lies in the possibility of seeing another young gem join the family. Real Madrid has built its legacy not only on superstars but also on vision. The ability to recognize and nurture talent before the rest of the world catches on. Gilberto Mora. Zambrano may be just 16, but the whispers around him are already loud enough to suggest that he could be one of the next big names. If Real Madrid decide to take the leap, fans can be sure that the club is not only thinking about the present, but also laying the groundwork for the future. And in football, as Madrid has shown time and again, the future can arrive faster than anyone expects. Madrid are preparing for a crucial few weeks ahead of the transfer window closing. And there's growing belief that at least one first-team player will be sold before the deadline. Due to La Liga squad registration limits and financial planning, the club cannot make any more signings unless there's a departure. As things stand, one name has clearly emerged as the top candidate to leave. Rodrigo goes. The Brazilian forward's status in the squad has shifted noticeably. After being one of the key figures under Carlo Ancelotti, Rodrigo now seems to be on the periphery under new manager Xabi Alonso. During Real Madrid's run to the Club World Cup semi-finals earlier this summer, Rodrigo was barely involved. That omission has only intensified speculation that he is no longer central to Alonso's tactical plans. With the arrival of young sensation Franco Mastantuono, who is expected to go straight into the starting lineup later this month, Rodrigo's chances of regular minutes look slimmer than ever. Rodrigo's uncertain future hasn't gone unnoticed. Over the past few weeks, interest from Premier League clubs has continued to rise. Arsenal and Liverpool have both been monitoring his situation closely. But now, the most serious push seems to be coming from Tottenham Hotspur, who are emerging as the leading contenders to secure the Brazilian's signature. In a major twist that could shape Rodrigo's next move, Spurs star Son Heung-min has announced his departure from the club. This development opens a vacancy on the left wing and frees up significant funds, making a deal for Rodrigo more financially feasible. According to Spanish outlet Diario AS, the North London club now has the financial room and positional need to get the transfer over the line. However, despite Real Madrid being open to negotiations, there's a critical factor complicating matters. Rodrigo himself isn't entirely sold on the idea of joining Tottenham. While Spurs can offer regular playing time and a Premier League platform, sources close to the player indicate that his preferred move would be to Liverpool. Rodrigo reportedly dreams of wearing the red shirt at Anfield. Unfortunately for the Brazilian, Liverpool's current focus is elsewhere. The Merseyside club are prioritizing a deal for Alexander Isak, the Newcastle United striker who has been on their radar for months. If Liverpool manage to finalize that transfer, their pursuit of Rodrigo will likely be shelved indefinitely. In that case, the Brazilian forward's hopes of joining the club he favors could be dashed, leaving him with limited options. As the summer window ticks down, all eyes are on whether Rodrigo will accept a move to Tottenham, wait for Liverpool, or consider staying at the Bernabeu despite his uncertain role. Madrid Pulse will continue tracking this story closely, so make sure you're subscribed for updates on Rodrigo's future and all Real Madrid transfer developments.